We want to type names instead of ID. We want to type names here. We want to shift this name column to the end and shift ID column to inside. That is, you have to move this and move it away, something like that. But instead of doing all that, we can just overcome them by index match. Index match is two functions, two different functions that will join together to use. Assuming we deleted a column or add another column or a row, we have to edit our formula again. But to avoid that, we can overcome all this by combining two functions, like I said, index and match. So basically, what index does, let me just show it to you. Index. So now let's read what index does. This one is saying it has three arguments. You just click OK. Then index. What does index does? Index collects an array, row number and column number. But what does it do? It returns a value or reference of the cell at the intersection of a particular row and column. That is, this one will return a value. Index will return a value of a given location in the range of cells. Index will return a value of a given location in the range of cells. I hope that is clear. So now, let's say we have our sorry, before this, let me just delete. Let me copy this. Want to see. Why is it not copy? So that's just it. So index. This is our table. This is our array. Select all. That's all. Yes. Then what row number do you want to select? Depends on you. Row number. Let's say we want to select 4. You know these are our rows. 1, 2, 3. You have selected 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then we selected up to 13 rows, and we have only 1, 2, 3, 4. We have only 4 columns, and they're asking us for a row. Let's say we want row 5. Column. What column? Let's say we want column 2, which is our name. You know our name is in second column, so you can press enter and you have to look. Why do we have to look here? Because we said column row 5 and column 2. If you count, this is row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, row 5. So this is row 5 and what column? Column 2. So this is 5, row 5, column 2. That's why you have to look. If you change it, we can experiment this by saying rows, row number, column number, then just put them here. So I'll just delete this, select this, delete this, and select this. So now, what row do you want to put? Let's say I want to check row 6, column 7, column. We don't have up to 7 column. Column 3, you have 90, which is core. But since we are dealing with the name function here, let's just use column 2 as our start line. So we have right. So in row, this is the third row. Now we should have arcing if we have put row 3 here. So row 3 will give us arcing. This is what row is this? This is the 12th row. So this is the 12th row. We have S star. We will put S star in the 12th row. S star. So that's just what index does. It takes the row number and the column number, and this was the value there. So it takes what? It takes location. It returns the value of the cell at a given location. You give it the location, and it will return the value of that cell. So that's simply what it does. Match. Match will collect a lookup value. Match returns relative position of an. Now this is just opposite of index. Index will return value when you give it a location. But for my friend match will return a position when you give it a value. And it is these two functions will join together to bypass our limitations in lookup functions. Lookup value. What values do you want to look up? Lookup value. We want to look up for values in the ID position. Let's just choose ID because we want to choose several distance. We can just say 111, but let's just choose that one so that we'll insert the value later. Then look up array. Now, another issue with another thing to note in match is that match will really take an array. What do I mean by an array? It will take a vector array. That is, it must be row wise or column wise, just one column or one row. So it will take a one column vector or a one row vector. So it must be one. It will not work well. It won't work if you pick two columns or if you pick all data sets like this. No, it will only take one, just one. So which is ID. We use the ID, so you choose the ID. Then match type, like I said, match type is 0, 1, is it minus 1 or 0, so you just choose 0, or you can leave it empty. What ID do you want to look for now? If you look 111, it gives us 3. Why is it giving us 3? What's the meaning of 3? Now let's detect why it's giving us 3. This is 1, 2, 3. That is ID 111 is in the third row of that table we selected. Choose 120. It's giving us 12. This is in the 12th. That's count 12. This is the 12th row of what we selected. If you pick something like 13, since it's not there, it will give us NA because it's not part of what we selected. Same thing as name. If you choose the name row, it will give you the position. Choose 115. 115 will give you the position of where 115 is. 115 is in position 7, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can adjust our table to, in case you don't understand it very well, we can adjust our table here. So you see, so let me just edit this array. Okay, that's carried the array, so no problem. That's good. That's carried the array for me. So if I choose 122, 122 is in the 14th position, so it's in the 14th. So that's just what index and match does. Now let's come to index and match. Now I want to use index. Remember, index we return value, so we want to use index. What array do you want to use? Let's pick all of them. Let's pick all of them. Comma. What row number you want to choose? Now, because we don't know our row number. We don't know our row number, so use our match function to get the position of our row number we want to choose according to what the ID is telling us. We choose this match. Now let me import it here. Match, then look up value. What value do you want to look up? This value that we are inserting in the ID. We choose it. Remember, we are under the match. We are just like next if, and if for this one we are putting match in index. So now I want to explain very well. So this is our table, table, which is the array. We need row number and column number now. Those are the two we need: row number and column number. So to get our row number, Remember that match will return a position, and our row number and column number are simply positions. So match will return a position. So we choose match. Lookup value. What value do you want to look up in the IDs? We want to look up in the ID, because ID is where we'll be inserting our ID, and it will be giving us all our options, all their name, score, and grade from the ID. So you pick the ID, the lookup value, then lookup array. From the ID, you select the ID. Select the ID. Then up next is what? What is it saying? Okay, match type. What is the match type? Let's say 0. You see, 1 for less than, 0 for exact match, and -1 for greater than. So we are choosing 0. So you close bracket. That means you are done with match. So now this one will return a number, which is a position, which is exactly your row column, just the position of the ID number you inserted here. So now you want to check column number. You do another match for column number now. But now column number. Okay, let's just do it let's just do it directly. Just pick this and okay, lookup value. Sorry, lookup value should be this, which is name. I want to look up for the name. Then where do you want to look it up? I want to look it up in the ID in this our table. I want to look it up in this our table. Then is that match 0? Then you close bracket. Then I think we still have one bracket to close, which is the extra bracket outside. So you are done. Once you have closed all the brackets, the function will no longer show. These functions will no longer show again. So close brackets. So that means we are done with our formula. So we can run our formula to see if it's working or not. So what we've done here simply is that we indexed, we want to find the index, the array, which is our table, which is this big table, which is this, which is blue. Then we need to get the row number, and match will give us the row number of ID 11 of ID, any ID we input. Match will give us the ID number of any ID we input. I want to get the column. I know that this is our column. So this name is a fixed, is more like a fixed something. It will give us in column, in this second column. So that's column 2. So here we'll get 2 because 1, 2. Name is in column 2, so we'll get 2. So if you run it, you have NA because you've not selected ID. So now once you selected, let's select 115, 113. You have to do. Is Tolu in 113? Yes, Tolu is 113. If you select 120, you have Esther. Where is Esther? Esther is 120. So that's just how to do index and match. And now if you want to expand it, we have to turn all this to absolute values. So F4, the match is F4, yes, because it is constant. You are looking for the ones that are constant. This is this constant? ID, yes, it's constant. It's constant. What other thing? N5, is N5 constant? No, N5 is not constant. So you leave N5 because N5 is our name. Next one we want to do, we'll have to change column to score. So you leave F5. You won't turn F5 to this thing, but this is still constant because this is our lookup array. So it's constant. So you can just press F5 for this. So by that I can just press enter. So we have constant. Oh, the only thing that is not constant is our N5, which is this, which is our name, which you will find in this. So once you change this, you drag it down, then everything works because this one changed to N6, changed to N7, N6, N7. So that's just index and match.